A powerful tornado swept through parts of Kentucky, leaving just a trail of destruction and heartbreak. And among the many buildings affected was a local church in Somerset, Kentucky. I'm talking about Redeemer Lutheran Church. They took a heavy hit with a part of the church's roof that got ripped away. Pastor Doug Couch of Redeemer Lutheran Church joins us now. Pastor, thanks a lot for sharing your story with us. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. You know, we've put a lot of focus with a lot of this video that's been coming out of London, and I want to make sure that people understand that this tornado also hit Somerset. It may have been a separate tornado, but it was the same overall storm that did that, about 30 miles or so west of London, if I'm not mistaken. Can you walk us through what happened that night? And as I understand it, this was at night, right?
Yes, it was. We were beginning receiving warnings probably an hour or so before it actually hit Somerset. And I live in a town about 25 miles west of Somerset, southwest, and it missed us. And then I was going to bed actually, and I got a phone call, and one of our members told me that the church had been hit and there was substantial damage. And then the video started coming in. You know, you always think of these things as hitting somebody else, and then when it does, you're really not sure how to react. You know, you're shocked and you're crying, and then you're thinking, oh my gosh, I hope nobody was killed. And so it's pretty devastating. We're still putting the pieces back together, figuratively and literally, right now, as we work with our insurance.
And that's what I wanted to ask you about. You know, how has the church community responded in the aftermath of the storm?
Well, you know, we're a pretty tight-knit community in Somerset, and we have to find a new place to worship. And between the time this actually happened to midday today, I had 13 or 14 different churches saying, hey, come worship with us, or we can give you a different time and you can use our facility. And, you know, that restores your pessimism about humanity sometimes. And it takes stuff like this to draw you back together. And we're moving forward, or we're working with our insurance companies, and you know, in our community, only one person was killed. Substantial damage to businesses and so forth. But you know, this is brick and mortar and 2x4s. We could build back on this, and it hurts. It's inconvenient, but you know, we'll be all right. We'll put it back together.
Yeah, I sense a lot of hope in your voice, and you know, after what you guys have been through, I'm just curious, like, what is giving you the hope right now?
Well, you know, we're a faithful people, and stuff like this kind of makes you fish or cut bait. You either live your faith out in the midst of trials and difficulties, or you call it a day and go home. You know, we're moving forward because we're a faithful people. We're leaning on each other. We're leaning on each other in the community of churches, and we're leaning on the community itself. And like I say, you know, this is the kind of thing that proves what you're made of, and I am enthused at the reaction because this is bringing us together as it should.
I love the attitude in the face of such a devastating event. That is Pastor Doug Couch of Redeemer Lutheran Church in Somerset, Kentucky. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so sorry about what you guys are going through.
You're welcome. Thank you.